Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Mimo Fitness Journey. This video I'm gonna explain my workout routine at the gym. So first, I wanna explain how I came up with this workout routine because I created it for myself, but again, I'm a very beginner. I just wanted to understand the basics and based on that create like a simple program that I can do while I'm losing fat, but also to build the muscle or at least maintain the muscle that I have. So there is a book that I was reading while I was losing fat and it's called Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle. This is a book that I used a lot in the last 1 year for actually nutrition, cardio, weightlifting, all the concepts for my fat loss. And you can see how many bookmarks that I have. But basically, they explain the basics of this bodybuilding or how can you build the muscle or maintain the muscle that you have. So it starts first with what are the muscle groups that a person has, which is mainly our 10 major or big muscle groups. If you go with the upper body, so we can say biceps, triceps, the other side of the arm, and then you have the shoulders, and then you have the chest, and then you have the back, and lastly you have the core. And then if you go to the lower body, you will have the quads, which is a front muscle in your muscle, the top front one. And then you have the hamstring, which is the back one. And then you have the calves. And lastly, you have the glutes. And that's the four main ones. And definitely inside each group, it can be divided into multiple ones, like chest, for example. Some people divide it into upper chest, middle chest, and lower chest. The same for the back, the same for the shoulder, the same for the biceps, and all of this. But that is the major muscle groups that any person has. Second, there are some terms I want to clarify for anyone like me, beginner, who didn't understand these terms. And when I was watching videos and people were saying these terms, I didn't even understand what does it mean. So there is session, exercise, set, and reps. Okay, so a workout session. A session is basically for me is like the day or the time I went to the gym from start to finish, from start to end or finish. So basically that's the whole is for me is a session. So when I say, for example, I go 3 times per week to the gym, that means I do 3 sessions. Exercise mean is one exercise. For example, if I want to say like bicep curl, like when you have a dumbbell and you start doing the movement, that's an exercise. What set mean is that when you do this exercise, let's say I say, oh, okay, in this session, the session of Monday, I'm gonna do the bicep curl exercise. I'm gonna do 3 sets for 10 reps. That means that I'm gonna go to the gym, take the dumbbell and do 10 reps on this bicep curl. And then I put the weight down, rest a little bit. That means I did 1 set. Then I will take it, I do another 10 reps and then I wait, that's the second set. And then I will do it again and that is the third set. So that means 3 sets, each one of them has 10 reps. That's the difference between session, which is the whole time you are in the gym, exercise, sets, and reps. The most efficient way to train is to train each muscle group twice per week. Why? Basically, when you put tension on the muscle at the gym, what you do is that now this tension or the mechanical tension is causing this muscle to grow if you have enough protein. But this growth doesn't happen at the gym, it happens after that, which is they call it the recovery, usually, especially when you are resting or sleeping. So different muscles has like different duration for recovery. Some muscles take few hours, some muscles take 1 day, some muscles take 2, maximum it takes 3 days. Depend on the muscle size, depend on how hard you did this exercise during the gym session and all of this. Does that mean actually you can hit the same muscle twice and still get the full recovery? So why you do the muscle group only once per week and takes 3 days recovery is the maximum one, and then for the end of the week, like for another 4 days, you don't train it again. But also, it is not okay to train it like every single day, like every day, go to the gym and train all 10 muscles. First, it's very tiring, very time consuming, but second, you don't even have enough time to recover, which doesn't make any sense. You did the mechanical tension, but you didn't give the time for the muscle to recover, which means to grow actually based on this tension, then you go and do the exercise again. So based on that, you will find different routine of workouts during the week. So we know there are 10 muscle groups and you need to hit it twice per week. That is the standard that most of the programs will go and do. But how you divide it during the week, there are so different routines for it. There is one program, it's called the Full Body. Basically, you go to one session, which is mean you go to one day to the gym and do all 10 muscle groups, full body. So for each one of them, you do and you train it. And you just do it twice per week. So maybe you do it like Monday, the start of the week, and then you wait 3 days, and then in Thursday or Friday, you do it again and done. I would recommend this for people that's super busy on time or like really don't want to go to the gym and stuff. However, I will be honest, I tried it multiple times. It does not work for me because to hit all 10 muscle groups in the gym, it takes too long. I become very tired. I don't really enjoy this day. And I'm quite okay to go to the gym multiple days per week, not just 2. So for me, I don't really use it. However, if that is the best for you, you can do it. I only use this one, to be honest, when I'm traveling. Like if I'm traveling to another country and I'm really afraid to have access to the gym, or maybe I have like a conference or this kind of stuff, which is quite hard to go to the gym every day, then I will do that because at least I will hit all the muscle groups twice per week. The second routine, it's called upper lower, which is from the name of it, is like one day you do the upper half of the muscles, like the top half, and then the second day you do the lower part, which is basically the legs, all the muscles in the legs, and then you take 1 or 2 days rest, and then you do again one upper, one lower. So basically the same as full body, but just divided into 2 days. Instead of doing the whole muscle across the whole body, you just do the upper muscles only, and then you do the lower body muscles in another day. Take 2 days off, then do it again, and then take 1 or 2 days off. The third routine is called push-pull legs. This is the one I'm actually doing right now. So the push-pull legs is basically, so remember the first one is full body, you do everything in one day. Second is upper lower, so you divide this body to the upper muscle and lower muscle. Third is push-pull legs, still the lower body in one day, which is, you call it legs, but the upper body is divided into 2 days as well. So now it's 3 days. One for the lower body, it's called legs, and the upper body is divided into 2 more days. Some is called push and one day is called pull. So the pull is basically the pull movement, and mainly it's focusing on the biceps and the back muscles. And the push is focusing on the other 3 major, which is the shoulder, the triceps, and the chest. And I usually add the core, which is the abs, in the pull day. So 3 muscles here, 3 muscles there, and then the legs day, it's the whole lower body. And that's what I do. Lastly, there is something called bro split. Honestly, it's completely not for beginner by any way. I think it's only being done maybe to advanced people after 5-6 years of exercises. And definitely if someone is at that level, he will not be watching my videos now. So I don't think it is important. However, just if you want to know, just if you heard this term before or you heard it someone you can understand, it's basically 1 muscle per day. So 1 day they hit chest, 1 day they hit arms, 1 day they hit shoulder, 1 day, and this kind of stuff, which means it takes 6-7 days to continue, or actually even sometime more, to continue doing all the major muscle groups, which is not the best for recovery, because like why you do only 1 muscle per day and wait like 1 week or 8 days to come back to it again, even though you recovered in maximum 2-3 days. So the last one is how many exercises now I do per muscle group. So now I go push-pull legs, which means I go 6 days per week. I know right now which muscles I do each day based on push or pull or legs. Lastly, for each one of these muscles, so basically it's 3 muscles every day, except for legs, they are actually 4, like calves, hamstring, quads, and glutes. So what I do is usually I do 2 exercises per muscle group per day. So for example, in the push day, I have chest, I have shoulder, and I have tricep. For each one of this muscle group, I choose 2 exercises to do. So for example, one day for the chest, I can do the dumbbell chest press, and then I can do the barbell also chest press, or incline barbell chest press, or machine fly for the chest, whatever exercise I choose. So basically 2. The same for triceps, the same for shoulder. For example, for shoulder, sometimes I do shoulder press, sometimes I do lateral raises, like for the side part, sometimes I do like the pec reverse fly for the rear delt, or like the it's called back side of the shoulder, I don't know, like this rear part. So basically just 2 different exercises per muscle group. I think that's all about the training that I do. I'm gonna actually show in the next videos every single day what I do. So I'm gonna record 1 day in the push and what kind of exact exercises I'm doing. One day in pull, one day in legs. Thank you for watching, and see you again very soon.